Sales is the most lucrative skill in the world, period. The problem is most sales advice out there today is outdated, cheesy, and could even keep you from the deals that can make all the difference in your career. This is the No BS Sales School, a podcast for entrepreneurs and salespeople who want to master the skill of selling without all the BS. Welcome to the No BS Sales School podcast. I'm your host, Walker McKay. I got a phone call this morning from a lady I'd talked to a long time ago, and she called and she said, I really need your help. And I said, okay, what's up? And she said, I need to hire some salespeople. I said, okay, I help people with that all the time. Why do you think you need to hire some salespeople? She said, I'm just too busy. I just got so much going on. I don't have time to sell. Okay, tell me, what are you so busy doing? She goes, running my business, creating stuff, getting stuff done. I said, okay. Why salespeople? What are some other things maybe to outsource instead or get other people? Because hiring salespeople is hard. That takes time on its own. And she said, well, I don't have time to sell. And so I said, all right, tell me about not having the time. Well, I just have all these other things to do. I said, who's out selling now? And she said, well, I am, but I just don't have time. And all this converted back to she's afraid, right? She's afraid she doesn't know how to sell herself. She's not been good at it. She's gotten kind of lucky in the past, but she doesn't have a system, doesn't have a process, and is not comfortable putting herself out there. And so I explained to her. I said, you know what? I can help you hire salespeople. Won't be a problem. I said, however, they're not going to work for you very long. She said, what do you mean? I said, they're not going to work for you very long. I said, if you don't understand sales, if you don't understand sales as well or better than them, first of all, you won't be able to help them. You won't be able to coach them. You won't be able to understand what they're doing. Second of all, they're going to begin to see you as the problem really quickly. And if they're any good, they're going to leave. If they're shitty, they're going to stay around forever. Is that what you really want to do? She said, no. And I said, here's the thing too. I said, how much money you spend on marketing right now? She said, 5% of my revenues. I said, how long have you been in business? She said, 3-4 years. And I said, where are your revenue level? Let's say it was less than $1 million. And I said, 5%. I said, let me tell you something. If you're trying to grow your business right now, and it's that, I'm just going to say that size, you need to spend 10% of your revenues, 15% of your revenues on marketing. You've got to get more people to know who you are. You've got to seem bigger than who you are. I said, because by the way, if you hire salespeople and nobody's ever heard of you and you're not familiar with sales and they don't know how the hell to do it, they're going to fail. I said, and by the way, I know what you're hoping for is people you can just pay when they produce and they can make all the money they want. And you can pay them commissions and they'll just be self-motivated. They'll manage themselves. As I've said before, those people are out there, but they work for themselves. They're your competitors. They'll go kick your ass. They'll learn what you're doing and they'll go take it and do it on their own. Today's marketplace, you're going to get what you pay for. You're going to have to pay salespeople a base salary, have something that they can make money when they sell it. Doesn't have to be easy. It can be something that's hard, but there's got to be a reward there. And they've got to be shown what to do, coached, managed. It's a big thing. Before you hire salespeople, you need to understand sales yourself. You have to own it and you have to be good at it. And when you bring people in, you and maybe me or somebody else needs to help with a process so they can follow a process that you help manage so they can close business efficiently and effectively, and then you can get a return on your money. And just know if you hire a salesperson, it could be 6 to 12 months before you get any return on your investment. Hope it's faster than that, but you need to put in your budget 12 months before you get a return on your investment. It's a hard thing to ramp up into. One of the worst mistakes you can make, I'll just share this, is hiring a salesperson from your competitor, especially if they promise they can bring their whole book over. Here's the thing, that rarely happens. People promise, 100% of my book, I can bring it over. If you get 25% to a third of their book, that's really good. Over 12 months, that's really good. Probably won't get much more than that, and you're likely to get sued. So just take that into consideration. I'm Walker McKay with No BS Sales. I've got a free course, 7 sales mistakes you're probably making and what you can do about them. I hope you enjoy it. Check that out, download it. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to the No BS Sales School podcast. If you're struggling to close deals, then I want to invite you to take my free mini course, where you'll learn the 7 most expensive sales mistakes that will cost you time, money, and credibility. So be sure to click the link in the show notes or go to www.7salesmistakes.com. That's the number 7salesmistakes.com. Thanks again for listening to the No BS Sales School podcast.